Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're reviewing the Master Aircraft SG A180, and it comes in a few varieties or a few flavors. There's the standalone version, and then there's the version, a K version with two needles, a 0.25 and a 0.3. So holding the airbrush in the hand, it looks very nice. It's nicely finished. It's got a fair weight to it, and it's basically what you'd expect for this kind of price range. Seems well finished. So here I've taken it apart. So let's look at the individual parts and see how this brush is made, what the quality is like, and if it's worth your hard-earned money. Looking at the needle, you can see it can do with some polishing. So this seems like a very standard Chinese needle. It's the shape is nice, but it would just need some polishing, but that's to be expected. Here's the air cap. This is for the 0.3 needle. And I can see some lubrication there on the thread. Here's the nozzle, standard type nozzle, little screw-in nozzle, and all looks good and well. It's got 3 air holes to let the air through. Nice little O-ring there. And here we have the lever tension mechanism. I like these airbrushes that have the individual one as opposed to the one piece that screws in. Here's the needle chucking guide and the needle chucking nut, and it fits nicely machined, nice little knurled end. This is the paint limiter, also got an O-ring. It's got some lubrication on it, I see. Fits nicely, nice and smooth. Nicely finished, looks nice. A little bit of engraving and nice and clean inside, but we will lubricate it up. And there's your air valve, your typical air valve. Little window to adjust the tension of the needle, and not highly polished, but nice and clean inside the cup. The chrome looks nice, and there's the MAC valve, nice and smooth. And under testing it worked very well. There's the front with the sealing O-ring. And the cap. And yeah, feels nice. Everything looks good. So for this sort of price, it's basically what I would expect. Lever is nice and smooth, got no problems there, and so you can tension that needle. Of course, it has the needle limiter, so as you screw that in, it lets less and less paint through. The standalone box comes like this. It's got the little valve for the canister, but usually we use a little quick release. Got the nozzle spanner, a little pipette, which is always nice to have, and then of course the airbrush. The K version is identical, except for it has a 03 complete front head with air cap and nozzle. It's got the pipette, a nice quality air hose, and the 03 needle in a separate little tube. I would recommend giving these needles a polish, going through your airbrush, greasing it where you need to. And these are the 2 packages that they come in. And the K version is the one with the extra needle. So this is the size 3 needle. I'll just spray and let you watch. Atomization is nice. I'm just using standard acrylic paints here, watered down to about 70-30, and we have the air cap still on, and you can already get some quite fine lines. I'm spraying at 20 psi. I set the compressor exactly to 20 psi, and with the air cap on you can already get some fairly fine detail. Let's try with the air cap off. Not too bad at all. Just remember, these needles are not polished. This paint is not ideal. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just letting you know. And when we do our dots, we can get smaller dots with the air cap off. And this is the 03 needle. Very nice quality on this airbrush. Let's try the 0.25 nozzle. Not quite as much spray as the 0.3, but still handy for shading. Lines are already as fine as the 03 with no air cap on. As well as the dots. So with the air cap off, it can only get better. I think these airbrushes are absolutely adequate. They're smooth, they're well made, nothing wrong with it. Please shop online for the best prices. If you like these sort of videos, please like and subscribe. Much appreciated, then I can bring you a lot more of these. But as always, spraying dots and lines is all good and well, but what can you actually do with it? I used this airbrush as well as the SG A208 and the SG A182, of which I've already done a review on these paintings. So yeah, we don't just paint lines, I actually use these airbrushes. This was just a quick review of the Master Aircraft SG A180. Thanks guys, see you next time.